אחרי מות, קדושים. בעזרת השם, it's written, וידבר אדוני אל משה, בורא עולם was talking to משה, אחרי מות שני בני אהרון, after the death of two sons of אהרון הכהן, בקרבתם לפני אדוני וימותו. After that they tried to get too close to בורא עולם, and they died. They tried to serve בורא עולם in a way that was not appropriate, and they died. And ויאמר אדוני אל משה, and Hashem is saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, דבר אל אהרון אחיך, tell Aaron your brother, ואל יבוא בכל עת אל הקודש, that he will not come to the kodesh, inside to the azara, every time, מבית לפרוכת, inside from the parochet, אל פני הכפורת אשר על הארון, to the place that all of the kedusha is over there, אל פני הכפורת אשר על הארון, ולא ימות, that he will not die, כי בענן נראה על הכפורת. So, because with the cloud, Borei Olam gonna reveal himself, it means that there is certain times that it's good for Aaron to come inside to the Kodesh, but that he will not do that whenever he wants, that he will not die, like the thing that happened to his two sons. So Rashi is saying to us that that actually that Rashi is saying like that Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah was saying something about that. He was telling us a tale, a mashal about that thing. A tale about a sick person, חולה, שנכנס אצלו רופא, that the doctor came to him, to visit him, to see him. אמר לו, and he told him, אל תאכל צונן, don't eat cold food. It's not going to be good for you to eat cold food. ואל תשכב בתחב, and don't rest in cold and wet places. You have to eat warm things and to lie in a warm place. It's going to be good for your health. בא אחר, came another doctor, ואמר לו, and told him, אל תאכל צונן, don't eat cold, the same thing, don't eat cold things, ואל תשכב בתחב, and don't lie in a cold place, in a wet place, the same, exactly the same thing he told him, שלא תמות, that you will not die, כדרך שמת פלוני, like that the other person died. The second one told him another warning. He told him that you will not die like that person died. So actually, Rashi is saying, from Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, זה זרזו יותר מן הראשון. The second one pushed him more than the first one. לכך נאמר אחרי מות שני בני אהרון. This is why it said to אהרון הכהן, אחרי מות שני בני אהרון, after the death of his two sons. This is what Borei Olam is teaching us when we see troubles for our friends, for other people that are suffering. From that we need to learn how much grace, how much mercy there is on us. The wise person, he is learning from the experience of other people. It's a very hard thing to do, but this is real wisdom. Wisdom is when a person is learning from everything that is happening to him. And when you see your friend, when you see someone else that is suffering, you have to learn from that to be careful. Like it says that if one of the group, Chas Shalom, is dying, so all of the group have to worry because they're all together, they're all equal. So if someone, another thing, not dying, someone is suffering, someone is sick, someone have troubles and his parnasah, from that we all have to be worried. What it means to be worried? It means that we have to daven, we have to take responsibility. And what is the best responsibility that we can do? There is two sides for that. One side is that you need to fix yourself, to do tshuva, to daven on yourself, to say thank you to Borei Olam that he's not putting you into those horrible tests, into those hard situations. Everyone with his situation. The other thing is that you have is to daven on your friend. Because when a person is davening on the friend and he needs the same thing, he's going to be answered first. Borei Olam see that you're davening on other people, Borei Olam going to take care of you. Like that you are taking care of his kids, he's going to take care of your kids. If you are thinking about other people, Borei Olam going to think about you. And if all of the time you're thinking about yourself, Olam is saying, all right, so there is someone that is taking care of you, so go with it, good luck, with you, behind you. It's not what we're looking for. Rabbeinu said, Ani olech lifnechem, I'm going in front of you. This is what we need. We need someone to open the path for us. So, Rabbeinu in Likutei Moharan is saying that in Torah Hey, Rabbeinu is saying, Ki tzarich kol adam lomar, every person have to say, Kol ha'olam, all of the world, lo nivra ela bishvili. All of the world created just for me. All of the world created just for me. It's written in the Gemara Masechet Sanhedrin. Nimtza, Rabbeinu is saying to us, his understanding from that, we can find, Ksheha'olam nivra bishvili, that the world created for me, Tzarich ani lir'ot, I need to see, ule'ayen, and to seek, to find, becholet, every second, betikun ha'olam, how to fix the world, how to do good things for the world that it's going to be fixed. This is my responsibility. If it's all coming for me, so my responsibility is to fix it. If I see that there is lacking, if I see that it's for me, it means that it's my responsibility to take care of all of the things that there is. Ulemalot chesron ha'olam, and to fulfill the lackings of all of the world. Ulitpalel ba'avuram, and to daven for them. This is the main way that we can fix the world. Because if you're trying, if you want to do tzedakah, it can help that person. You want to do afatzah, it's going to save that person. But if you're davening with your tefillot, you can open new paths that can change the world totally. If you're going to do one good hour hitbodedut on Am Yisrael, really you can change so many houses with that sha'ah, with that 1 hour that we can never imagine what's going to be the score of that. And Rav Shalom said that Am Yisrael have to learn how to daven one on each other. And then it calls achdut. Rav Shalom said, if you love me, don't buy me presents. Daven on me. How come if someone is coming to you and telling you, I love you, I love you, I love you, it doesn't mean that he loves you. But if he's davening on you, if he's praying on you, really, if he cares about you, then you know that he loves you. When he's thinking about you, when you're not together, when he's in the field, when you have time to talk to Borei Olam, and then he's davening on you, this is the proof that he loves you. So if you want to love Am Yisrael, daven on Am Yisrael. This is the tikkun. This is how you're going to create love. And Rabbeinu is bringing in Sefer Hamidot that the one that is davening on Am Yisrael, hakol ohavin oto. Everyone loves him. If you daven on Am Yisrael, everyone going to love you. What it means? It means that when you daven on a person, that person is getting good things out of your prayer. And he doesn't know that you prayed on him. He doesn't know. But afal gav de'iu lo chazeh, but even though that he cannot see, maza lechazeh. His lack, his neshama can see. He see you, he see the source for all of the wonderful things that he's got in his life. So when you're davening on someone, you're increasing the love that you have between you two. You, of course, that after you're davening on him, you love him more. There is a simple, by giving, like that thing that we learned about Shlom Bayit, that all of the love that there is between the couple is according to the giving that the couple have. If someone is giving, helping, putting his hand, his effort into the relationship, that relationship is going to grow. It's going to have love. It's going to have success. The proof for that is it's like the mother. The mother, when she's got her new baby, when the mother, she's got a new baby, she's just suffering because of him. In the beginning, she's just suffering. She cannot sleep, she cannot eat, she cannot drink, she's always tired, she's suffering so much in her body, a lot of troubles, days and nights, and if chas v'shalom, lo alenu, there's going to be a trouble, the first one that she's going to save is going to be that baby. She will not think about no one else except that baby now. This is the first thing. Why? Because she's putting all of her effort in that thing. And it's the most natural thing that the person that he is putting the effort on something, that thing going to be important to him. This is the secret of Shlom Bayit. When you are giving, you're going to get. But when you want to get, of course you're not going to get it. Of course you're just going to lose. But if you're putting an effort, even if the other side will not have the wisdom to help, to support, even though that we know that it's not right, it's for sure the other side going to see that you are putting your effort and he's going to appreciate it. But even without that, even just for you, if you are putting your effort, when you're going to have a test after 3 years, after 5 years, who knows when, even then you're going to think about all of the effort that you put already, and it's not worth it to waste it. You're going to say, what? I was suffering so much until now, so now I'm going to drop it, now I'm going to lose it. But if everything is happening so quickly and so quickly without an effort, easy, so for sure that you're going to say, alright, like they say, easy come, easy go. But when you put effort, when you invested a lot, days and nights and wisdom and tefillot and things like that, so you're creating confidence, you're creating a wall that is saving you from all of those things. And when a person have that privilege that he's davening on other people, the most important thing here that is going on with the person that he's learning is that prayers are working, that to daven, it's working. And this is what that Rebbe Nachman, he said, that we allow in a certain way to test Borei Olam. We know that we're not allowed to test Borei Olam. Generally, Am Yisrael were punished on that they were testing Borei Olam. But when a person, and this is what Rabbeinu is explaining, when a person is testing Borei Olam for a certain reason, what is the reason? The reason is that I want to get closer to you. I want to increase my faith in you. And this is why I'm testing you, so to speak. This is the thing that it's allowed. What it means? It means that you're allowed to tell Borei Olam, listen Borei Olam, I know that I'm not worthy. I know that nothing I don't have no privilege for nothing. But listen, Borei Olam, I'm asking you, please. Now my income is 5,000 shekels a month, and I need and I want to get closer to you. I want to believe that you're doing miracles, and I'm asking you, Borei Olam, please give me this month 2,000 shekels more than my 5 that I'm gaining. And I'm going to daven on that, and by that you're going to make me having miracles, I'm going to believe in you more. I don't want to enjoy that money. I'm going to get a present from it to my wife, I'm going to give half of it for tzedakah, I don't care what, but Borei Olam, I'm testing you, please, because I want you to increase my faith in you. I want you to build my faith. This is davening that is allowed. And you're allowed to daven to Borei Olam, give me those 2,000 more, give me a miracle, I want to see a miracle, I want to see a miracle, I want to see a miracle. And they're not cleaning it from your privilege. They're not taking it from your gain. It's not something wrong that you've done that you need to pay on it now. Because you're just trying to build your faith. So from all of the situations in life that you were davening on something and you achieved it, the main thing that you have to achieve is the knowledge that Borei Olam is listening to your prayers. And then it's going to give you more power to daven on more people or on every situation that you have in your life. And we have to do that, to establish that in our hearts. This is the mitzvah. V'yadata hayom, you know something, v'ashevota el levavecha. We have to put it inside, to carve it inside into our hearts. That what? That knowledge. That when I'm davening, Borei Olam is hearing me. If you have that story that you saw a miracle, now you can go to the next situation that you have, to the next test that you have in your life, and you're going to use that lesson that you learned in the last round. You learned it, and now you're going to use that. So now a person, Baruch Hashem, he's davening on people, and he sees so many miracles, he's helping other people. For sure now you're going to think that he's a huge tzaddik, right? Now it's time to rest, now he's a tzaddik, it's time to make pidionot for other people.
Tzaddiks never rest.
Yes, we're not talking about the tzaddik. We're talking about ourselves now. So, now the person become to be, so to speak, a tzaddik. He's davening on other people, and those people are getting their yeshuot because of him. So what that person have to do? That person have to jump to Parashat Kedoshim. There is Achrei Mot and there is Kedoshim. And in Parashat Kedoshim it's written, וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, ובורא עולם is saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, דבר אל כל הדת בני ישראל. Say that thing to all of Am Israel, not only to the Tzaddikim, also to the lowest people of them all. Tell that thing, that important thing that now I'm going to mention, say that to כל הדת בני ישראל, all of Am Israel. ואמרת עליהם, and tell them, קדושים תהיו, you're going to be holy, כי קדוש אני, because I'm holy. אני, קדוש אני, HaShem Elokechem, because I am holy, I am HaShem Elokechem. And the reason that you are holy, this is the meaning of that verse, the reason that you are holy, it's because of me. Person, when he becomes to be a tzaddik, really he is successing in his tefillot. He needs to remember that all of his success, it's only because of Borei Olam. It's only because of the tzaddikim, because of the advice. If now a person wants to go to the field and to do 1 hour hitbodedut without the wisdom of Rebbe Nachman in Breslover, it's not going to be the same. Rabbeinu HaKadosh said that from the moment that Borei Olam sent a tzaddik into this world, no one can get closer to Borei Olam without that tzaddik. It's hard, but it's wonderful. It means that we're going to climb in the end by the right ladder, by the right path of our fathers, like we can see in Masechet Avot. Moshe קיבל תורה מסיני, ומסרה ליהושע, ויהושע לזקנים, וזקנים לנביאים, ונביאים מסרו לאנשי כנסת הגדולה. And this is the way of the Kedusha, that it's going through pipes, and you cannot have your connection with Borei Olam without fitting yourself into those pipes. If you want to be an individual, if you want to be in a different place, this is Imach Shmo V'Zichro. This is a person that we don't want to mention his name even. If a person in the generation of Moshe Rabbeinu was investing all of his money, millions of golden
Castles.
coins,
Bars.
golden bars, everything he was putting, diamonds, rocks, to build a Mishkan for Borei Olam. Borei Olam was not accepting it, because Moshe Rabbeinu, he is the one that is creating the Mishkan. And even the smallest person would put a needle into Moshe Rabbeinu's Mishkan, it's going to be a lot more important and working. It's going to be something. In the end, it's going to be part of the Mishkan. But the other one that invests all of his effort, all of his money, it was all for nothing. He just wasted everything. He was making an avera, he was sinning instead of making a mitzvah. And this is the real wisdom of our tshuva, that we always going to remember where we got it all from, where we have all of our bounty. I was with a friend few days ago in hitbodedut. After the hitbodedut, he was looking at me and he told me, it's all because of Rav Shalom. I told him, what do you mean? I was looking at him, what do you mean? He said, what is my connection with what that we were doing just now? Who am I to do that hitbodedut, to daven, to do tshuva, to have hope, to pray to Borei Olam that's going to help us? Where did I get it all? It's not mine. It's not my wisdom to do those kind of things. It's not my nature. If I have that option, it's not what that I'm doing in my nature. If I'm going to look at my past, I'm going to see that it's not me. And if I'm going to chas v'shalom have a different chas v'shalom future that is not connected to Rav Shalom, to this yeshiva, who is promising me that I'm going to stay in that level of kedusha? Who is saying to me that I'm going to make hitbodedut? Who is saying to me that I'm going to try to seek for the kedusha? I see what's going on with me when I see money, when I see options, when I see things that are not inside the kedusha. I'm slipping, I'm falling. So I know from that all of my kedusha depends on my Rebbe, and my Rebbe is always also saying the same thing. My Rebbe always remember where he got it all from. There is that story about the king. There was a king, I don't remember the tzaddik that was there. There was that there was that king, I don't remember that tale so good, but there was one king that I think it was that king, I don't remember the tale so good, but there was a king, there was someone very important that every day he was missing for 1 hour, no one knew where he's going to, he had his own room that he was closing himself in that room, and after a while they went inside into that room and they saw that he was holding over there his bag and his cane that he was walking when he was a shepherd. He was a shepherd before he became to be king. And every day he was getting inside to that room and sitting and wearing his clothes of shepherd and holding his cane and holding his bag and everything, just to remind himself where he got it, where he came from, that he will not be arrogant. Rav Shalom told me that every day he's mentioning all of the Siddur, the order of the events that happened to him in his tshuva until today. How he done tshuva, where he came from in his tshuva, and who were the rabbis, the main rabbis that was teaching him in the first yeshiva, in the second yeshiva, the first Rebbe that was teaching him Gemara, the second Rebbe, the first Rebbe that took him to the field, who are the people that brought him to Uman, all of those important things in his life. Every day he's reminding that to himself. He told me that himself. Every day I remind myself where am I coming from, that I will not forget. That I will not forget that it's all grace. It's only a present from Dror. It's only a present from Dror. I found something very interesting about that in the book of Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich, that Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich is saying, he's bringing from the Khatam Sofer, in Parashat HaShavua, he's bringing from the Khatam Sofer, that Khatam Sofer is saying, in the book Torah Moshe, he's saying, Kedoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani, you're going to be holy because I'm holy. Ki yesh harbe purushim bechokhmot umot haolam. There is a lot of people in the nations and wise people that decide to be purushim, that they want to be holy. Because Rashi is explaining Kedoshim, purushim. That they are purushim, that they are not enjoying the averot. They're not taking part with the averot. They are splitting themselves from this world. So, Khatam Sofer is saying there is a lot of people that they are purushim like those in the nations, in the people that they not want to be purushim like the wisdom of the Torah Kedosha. They want to be, they understand that the right thing is to be purushim. But why they're doing all of that? And he's saying, the Khatam Sofer, that they can be a lot more purushim from this world, from the Tzaddikim of Am Yisrael. They can do things that even more stronger than the purushim of Am Yisrael. For an example, they can decide that they're not eating nothing from the living things, from animals and fish and birds. They're not touching it. They're vegetarian or something like that. They're going to eat only grains, only wheat, something prishut, that Tzaddikei Israel are not doing things like that. Even though that they are tzaddikim, that they are purushim, they're not going so strong. There is purushim, how do you say parush?
Separate.
They're like
they're separating themselves from this world. They're not looking at nothing. They're not
Ascetic.
No.
acidic, you said.
Acidic is good too. So, Khatam Sofer is saying that they can do things even in a more strict way than Am Yisrael, from the Tzaddikim of Am Yisrael. But why they're doing all of that? Misinatam et haolam, because they hate this world. They feel that this world have a lot of bad in it, and they hate it. And you cannot say in 100% that it's wrong. They hate bad things that there is, so to speak, in this world. They have their good reason why to be pushing, why to be tzaddikim by their shita, why to separate themselves from all of the bad that this world contains. But Khatam Sofer is saying their end is to die like the death of the behemoth, of the animals. They're all going to die like the animals dying. They're not fixing nothing. Lo ken anachnu. And us, we're not like that. Why? Because we are attaching ourselves to HaShem. We're bonding ourselves to Borei Olam, to the spiritual side of this world. They are separating themselves from this world, but they're not attaching themselves to Borei Olam. What it means? We are not prushim because we hate this world. Our reason to be prushim, to separate ourselves from this world, is not because we hate this world. Chas v'shalom. We love this world. Why? Because we love the creatures of Borei Olam. Because HaShem loves His creatures. And He created good creatures and good trees, lehenot b'hem bnei adam, that people gonna enjoy them. So we love it. We love what Borei Olam created for us. But the reason that we are separating us from this world, it's in a measure, in the measure that Borei Olam measured for us, that He decided for us. And on that, by doing that, we're making ourselves to be similar, so to speak, to Borei Olam. We're creating a situation that we become to be like Borei Olam. And this is the meaning of Kedushim Tiyu Ki Kadosh Ani. You're going to be holy as me, by the level that I decided for you. And then, when a person is doing like that, he's doing it all L'Shem Shamayim. And then, all of the things that happening to that person in his life, it's not because of his will. When there is a person that he's poresh, that he's separating himself from this world because he understands that it's the right thing, because he hates this world, because he wants to be a better person, when he's going to have a test in his life, he's going to fail. When he's going to have the desire, he's going to fail. Why? Because he is the one that is forcing himself not to do something. So now, he's allowed to change his mind, because there is no one above him. But us, that we're doing all of our actions because of a tzivui, because that Borei Olam told us to do that, when we're going to have the desire, we're going to understand that it's wrong. And we're not going to sin, because we're going to remember that Borei Olam, He is the one that told us to stay far from all of the bad things. And it wasn't our logic. This is also the secret of happiness. Because when a person, he wants to serve HaShem Yitbarach, like we said in the beginning of the shiur, he's going to have a lot of tests. He's going to have a lot of situations in his life. Rabbeinu said a person cannot be a righteous man without having thousands of up and downs. Thousands of up and downs in his life. No way, you cannot achieve Kedusha without climbing and falling, climbing and falling. So for sure, we're all going to have thousands of tests, because we're not righteous people yet. So we're going to have that in the future, Be'ezrat Hashem. So we need to be happy with all of those tests. And the only way to be happy is when you believe that it's all from Hashem. Because when a person is thinking that that person, he done something to me, or that situation happened to me because I was stupid, he's blaming himself and blaming the world, he can never be happy, he can never forgive, he can never love without borders, love that is not dependent on nothing. He can never achieve that, because there is things that are interrupting in his life. But when a person is pulling his wisdom to the highest wisdom of them all, to know that enod milvado, that nothing is separated from Borei Olam, and it's all by the power and the will and the control of Borei Olam, and also shakol letova, that it's all coming from a good reason. The good reason means the will of Borei Olam, that He's all good, that He's doing only good things. Then you can forgive. Then you can love without borders. There is a song in the Chilonim, there is a song that is saying, Latet keshe ata ohev, that you have to give when you love someone. There was one Rebbe that was screaming, Latet keshe ata ohev, to give when you love, it's not equality. It's nothing. Of course you're going to give when you love. You have to learn how to give when you don't love. When someone is insulting you, this is the time to give. This is the time to love that person. You have to have the right thought, ladun oto lekav zchut, to understand his weakness. Why he's screaming, why she's screaming, why all of the things are falling now. Because they have lackings. because I need to take care, like we learned in Likutei Moharan, to fulfill their lackings. She's shouting now because she lack of something. She lack of honor, she lack of parnasah, she lack of support, she lack of wisdom, she lack of I don't know what. But who is responsible on all of those things? Me. How can I do those things? Who am I? I'm nothing. I'm going to daven to Borei Olam. You're going to go to the fields and you're going to scream to Borei Olam. Like once I asked Rav, I told him, Rav Shalom, please, I don't know how to make my wife happy. He told me, I don't know either how to make my wife happy. I told him, Rav, so what we're doing? He said, you should do what that I'm doing. I'm going to the field and I'm saying, Borei Olam, I don't know how to satisfy my wife. Please satisfy my wife. I don't know how to please her. I don't know how to make her happy, but you know all. So please, Borei Olam, make her happy. Borei Olam, you can change her. You can help her. You can support her. I don't know how to do nothing. Those kind of prayers, they're coming from the truth of the person, from the inner place of the person, that really he understands that he's worthless and he's not falling into depression because he knows that he's got HaShem. When you believe in yourself that you are reality, like we said before, of course you're going to disappoint it from yourself because you're nothing. But when you believe in Borei Olam, when all of your confidence is in Borei Olam, you're happy even that you see that you're worthless. Because there is someone above you that is helping you, that's supporting you, that He is the one that can save you from every situation, to create for you every situation that you should have. Everything that you need, all your needs, He's going to supply you. He's going to give us everything that we need. Bezrat Hashem. Thank you very much.